Hello guys and welcome to the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals second leg predictions. And in this video, I'm not only going to be predicting the second leg results, like the goal margin and that, but also who is going to advance to the semifinals. So yeah, make sure that you watch this video till the end. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and now let's get started. So guys, before we start predicting the second legs, the first leg prediction video that I made, out of those 4 matches that I predicted, I actually got one right, and that was actually the PSG versus Aston Villa match, which I predicted in my first leg prediction video. That's going to be 3-1, and it was actually 3-1. So yeah, I'm going to clap for myself for that. But now let's get to the second leg predictions. So guys, let's start with the Tuesday fixtures, which are Aston Villa versus PSG and Dortmund versus Barcelona. So let's start with the first one, which I actually got right in the first leg. So yeah, let's start with that, which is Aston Villa versus PSG. Aston Villa are going to face PSG at the Villa Park, while PSG having a 2-goal lead in the aggregate, which is, of course, 3-1 for them. Now, this one, guys, first of all, listen. Aston Villa and PSG are very good attacking teams so far. Like, right now, they're both attacking very good because PSG are completely different this time. Like, they're completely... And PSG is actually a team that can actually win the Champions League this time. There's no Messi, there's no Neymar, there's no Mbappe, but this PSG is completely different. Like, people used to say that, PSG is just going to be knocked out very early. Well, this PSG is not like that anymore. Like, this is completely different. This can actually reach the final, to be honest. And believe it or not, I think they will. Because the way that they're playing, the attacking football, the defensive work and everything, like, wow, it's amazing to see this PSG. And there's no star players. There's only Dembele, Barcola. There are midfielders like Joao Neves, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz. These players are actually making this PSG even more better. And on the other hand, Aston Villa have signed players like Marcus Rashford, Marco Asensio. These players, and they're, of course, the players that are already there, like Morgan Rogers, John McGinn. So these players can actually do something for Aston Villa. But in this fixture, I think that even though PSG and Aston Villa, as I said, they're both a very good attacking team so far, PSG is going to win at the Villa Park. But I think it's going to be a very close one. Like a very close one. It might be a draw, to be honest. But I'm going to go with 2-1 win for PSG at the Villa Park. And PSG advancing to the semifinals. So not only PSG winning at the Villa Park, but also advancing with a goal line of 2-1. That's my prediction. Now let's get to the second prediction for Tuesday. That's it. Dortmund versus Barcelona, in which Barcelona have a goal advantage of 4 versus Dortmund, which means that they have an aggregate. There's an aggregate of 0-4 for this match. Dortmund having 0 goals and Barcelona having 4. Now, right off the bat, everyone can agree here that Barcelona is going to advance. Like, I don't think that anyone even doubted that Barcelona is going to suffer in this fixture, like this tie. I don't think that they're going to suffer. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because 4-0 is not, it's possible. Like, if you're a very big team, you can do it. But Dortmund right now, they're literally sitting 9th in the UCL table, which doesn't matter, to be honest, when it comes to the Champions League. But still, I don't think that Dortmund is going to do anything special at the Signal Iduna Park, okay? I'm not overreacting, but that's just what it is. I think that everyone agrees in this one that Barcelona is already through to the semifinals. So I'm actually going to go ahead and predict what I'm going to... And I'm actually going to go for 3-1. 3-1, because it's the Signal Iduna Park. I think that Dortmund are going to come up with something, at least something. Guirassy was trying in the first leg to come up with something, but he wasn't able to do it because of, the Barcelona defense. But in the second leg, and especially in the Signal Iduna Park, I think that they're going to come up with at least something. So I'm going to give 3-1 to this one, because I'm not going to talk too much on this one, because it's very clear. Like the way that Barcelona were performing in the first leg. You guys saw that. Like, the attacking football, the fullbacks are coming all the way up. And that's very special and Lamine Yamal. So yeah, I think that you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, 3-1 is my prediction for this fixture. And of course, Barcelona advancing to the semifinals. But now let's get to the Wednesday fixtures. And the first fixture is Inter Milan versus Bayern, and the second one is going to be Arsenal versus Real Madrid. Let's actually talk about Inter Milan versus Bayern first, and let's get to the actual fixtures that people want to know about. So, guys, when it comes to Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich, first of all, I did not watch the first leg of this match. This match was fire, but the day that this match was being played, the same day, the same time, Arsenal versus Real Madrid was being played, and I actually was more interested in that one because, of course, we won't want Real Madrid to be knocked out, which I'm gonna come later in this video. So make sure that you watch till the end. But when it comes to this match, guys, we all knew that this was gonna happen, like a scoreline of 2-1, and everyone knew that this was gonna be very close. And I actually predicted in my video that it's gonna be 2-1, but not Inter Milan 2-1, Bayern Munich 2-1. So Bayern actually lost this one, 2-1 to Inter Milan at the Allianz Arena. And to be honest, I don't think that Bayern Munich is gonna advance. Like at this stage, and especially playing the second leg at the San Siro. If you could have won 3-0 at the Allianz Arena and then went there, you could have had a chance to go through. But Inter Milan is such a strong team right now. Even though both of them are on the top of their leagues, of their respective leagues, but still, Inter Milan is just on a different level. Like, the way that they play football, the defenders that they, like, their lineup and everything, it's incredible. Like, you just can't go past that. And you just can't, defend well against that, because the right backs, like, for example, Di Marco, who come all the way up, and Dumfries, who also comes all the way up, Lautaro Martinez, Thuram, and you just cannot. You can't resist that, bro. So I think that this is going to be a very close one as well, but I'm actually going to go with the same scoreline, which is going to be 2-1 for Inter Milan, even at the San Siro, 2-1. So yeah, I'm going to go with 2-1 for my prediction, and Inter Milan winning at the San Siro and also advancing to the semifinals. Now, guys, let's come to the final fixture of this video, which is Real Madrid versus Arsenal, of which, of course, Arsenal have an aggregate of 3-0, a 3-0 advantage. And they're going to the Santiago Bernabeu. And I actually made a video reacting to the first leg of this match in particular. And I actually mentioned that Real Madrid, there's no way that they're going to make a comeback at the Santiago Bernabeu, even though going 3-0 down in the first leg. Now, the reason why I said that is that, listen, Real Madrid have conceded 8 goals in the last 3 matches of the 3 matches in a row, including La Liga and Copa del Rey at the Santiago Bernabeu. The first one, which was, I think, Leganes, they conceded 2 versus Leganes, and then they conceded 4 versus Real Sociedad in the semifinal of the second leg of the Copa del Rey. And then after that, they lost to Valencia. 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu. So those are 8 goals conceded in 3 matches in a row at the Santiago Bernabeu. So just because of this, I can say that Arsenal are already through and Real Madrid are going to be knocked out of the Champions League. But guys, if Real Madrid actually manage, because listen, this is Champions League Real Madrid, after coming 3-0 down, if they actually manage to knock out Arsenal from the Champions League and themselves advancing to the semifinals, it's going to be historic. It's going to be mind-blowing, to be honest. It's going to be mind-blowing. I don't think that anything like that's going to happen, but if it happens, then it's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be historic. Now, I'm not saying that anything that hasn't happened. Like, it has happened. Like, Barcelona versus PSG a couple of years ago. 4-0 at the Parc des Princes, and then coming back home at the Camp Nou, 6-1, and we advanced. So, things like this do happen. But the thing is that based on the current situation right now of Real Madrid, especially at home, conceding 8 goals in 3 matches in a row at the Santiago, I don't think that Arsenal are going to get in any trouble at the Santiago Bernabeu, especially if they play the way they played at the Emirates. the fullbacks coming forward as an attacking team. And even though there's no Gabriel there, and if they start to get those set pieces, it's going to be very good. Because that means that a goal is going to come in Arsenal's way. So my prediction for this one is going to be just like the first leg, which is going to be 1-0. I think it might be 2-1 for Real Madrid, to be honest. They might win this game, but still Arsenal are going to go through. But listen, I'm going to go with 1-0 because this is very difficult to predict. Because to be honest, I don't think that anyone can predict the exact result of this match. It's very unpredictable. Very much unpredictable. So I'm going to go with 1-0 for Arsenal, even at the Santiago Bernabeu. And yeah, that's my prediction. So Arsenal are going to go to the semifinals. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video.